When working in the financial markets, we are faced with a large number of problems that are often very difficult to solve. The first problem is to determine the direction of price movement. It would seem that it could be easier. The price can move either up or down. But in practice, the range of price movement development is much wider. First, the price may first fall then rise, either grow then fall. The price in general can be in the flat for a long time. From now to the future, there are thousands of different scenarios of the price movement, and it's extremely difficult to predict exactly how the price will move. The second problem is that we don't know how much we can earn in a particular trade. If we buy, even if the price rises, it can grow by 100 points, 1000, or just 1. In reality, there are no tools that can predict the size of future movements. And what if there would be a way to trade in such a way that we know in advance how much we can earn and that this profit is almost independent of the direction of the market? There is such a way. This method is called option selling. What is an option and why is selling them such an interesting kind of trading? Without going into theory, an option is insurance against price movements, either insurance against rising prices or falling. And it's not just insurance against price movement in a certain direction, it's insurance against movement above or below a certain price level. And these levels can be hundreds and in some cases thousands of points further from the current price, which makes the probability of an insured event is extremely low. What is the essence of this method? Our task is to sell such an option, the insurance case for which will not occur, and leave the money received for it as a profit. Technically, it looks like this. When we sell an option, the money for it immediately comes to our account. The option has a lifetime, it can be any. And if the insured event didn't happen by the end of its lifetime, the money received for the option would become our profit. There are several important conclusions that must be drawn from the above. First, we don't care how the price of the assets of the sold options moves. If we sell an option above the current price, the price may fall, may stand in the flat, it can even grow. The main thing, until the end of the life of the option, the price has not reached the level specified in the contract. More than 80% of all possible price movement scenarios are profitable for us. The second is that, at the time of the transaction, the option has a value, and on the last day of life, if there is no insured event, its value is 0. This is what this change looks like in the diagram. This process is called a time decay. Each day that passes reduces the value of the option, which gives the profit to the one who sold the option. Unlike other market parameters, time moves only in one direction. Every past day, week and month will never come back. It gives a huge advantage to sellers of options over other market participants, because they make a profit due to the flow of time. Despite all these advantages, there are certain nuances. We cannot sell any option, because if there is an insured event, we can lose money. Therefore, we must carefully analyze the market and choose situations where the probability of an insured event is extremely low. To do this, we need to understand in detail what is happening in the market and what fundamental factors will limit the price movement in a certain direction. But each market is unique, and the fundamental analysis of oil is significantly different from the fundamental analysis of WERT or the euro-dollar currency pair. Each market has its own rules and laws, without knowledge of which it's impossible to conduct a qualitative analysis. Another nuance is that there are force majeure events on the market which nobody can predict. And even if you have correctly estimated the market, it doesn't guarantee you a profit. The weather can change, the pace of the economy suddenly deteriorate, there can be geopolitical conflicts and many other things that cannot predict neither kind of analysis. Therefore, it's important for us to properly manage the position and control our risks so that the possible losses are significantly less than the profit that we earn. And all these problems can be solved. There is nothing complicated if you have special knowledge and skills. The whole trading process of selling options is a technology that you just need to learn. And to study it's not so difficult. All the necessary information and the result of more than 10 years of my practical experience are presented in 11 video lectures and in dozens of pages of text material. The training is built in such a way that leads you step by step from lecture to lecture, from the most basic concepts of options to more complex methods of analysis necessary for the correct assessments of the market. Therefore, even the most novice traders will be able to master this system in the shortest possible time. Also, you will always have the opportunity to ask any question and get a timely and comprehensive answer, which greatly speeds up the learning process. In addition, once a week you will receive extensive analytics throughout the market, as well as ready-made trading ideas with entry points, which will allow you to trade efficiently from the very first days of classes. Summing up, what are the advantages of selling options? First, you get the opportunity to know in advance your future income from trading, because the money comes to your account at the time of the trade. Second, you will be less dependent on the price movement. More than 80 possible scenarios of price movement will bring you money. Third, you can earn on time, because time is your ally. No matter how you will spend the day, you may be traveling, doing family or sports, but each passing day brings you a profit at the expense of the time decay. And fourth, you don't have to sit for 12 hours at the computer. The average number of trades on this system from 3 to 7 per month, which gives you more free time than in other types of trading. You can enroll for training using the application form by link in description to this video. If you have any questions, you can write them to us by email or contact us in another way available at the moment.